Alright, here we have a fresh turkey. We're going to butterfly it, take out the backbone. We're going to brine the turkey itself, but we're going to use the bones that we remove as part of our stock. So first we'll take off the plastic dressing. This is a 15-pound turkey. We're going to serve, I think, 8 people, so this should be fine. When you pick up a fresh turkey, it's probably going to be a little bit crunchy and frozen. That's okay. So we're going to pull this backbone out right here. This is going to be the basis for our gravy. That starts simply by using a serrated knife, a good heavy-duty serrated knife, and essentially just cutting right through. If you find pieces of skin, you can toss them off. You're cutting through bone here, so don't be gentle. And also, in this case, we're cutting through a little bit of ice too. If you hit a block, pick a different knife up, try to find the joint. Goodness. This bird is a little more frozen than fresh. So it's going to be tough, but we're going to get it out. Alright, after much struggle, I'm able to remove the backbone, which I'm going to cut into a couple of pieces and use for the stock. Now that we've removed the backbone, we're now going to butterfly the bird. And we're going to do that by just taking a knife at the front of the bird with you could use any kind of hammer. We're just going to cut through the breastbone. We're not trying to cut through, we're just trying to remove resistance so the bird can lay flat. So we're going to cut through the breastbone and some the bones in the front of the bird, and then we're going to flatten it out. We need just a little more here. And there we have a bird that will lie flat. Comme ça. We'll take the ends of the wings off of this bird to throw in the stock as well, because we're not going to eat those anyway. But there you have a butterflied bird that and this is how we're going to cook it tonight. So now we're going to brine the turkey. We have a gallon of water here. It's ice water because we don't want the turkey to come to temperature. This is a basic brine. There are folks who add other adjuncts to brine, like spices or maple syrup or soda or soy sauce. This is just your very basic brine. For every 1 gallon of fluid, we're going to add 1 cup of kosher salt and 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Could be brown sugar, could not be brown sugar. And then we're going to stir this in. And we're going to add it to our turkey. To the extent we need more brine, we're going to add it to. We're going to do the same proportions. What we want to do is cover our turkey completely. We're going to lay it in the bucket that we have for brining, breast down, and we're going to let it sit for 8 to 12 hours in the brine. There's a chemical reaction that occurs that actually denatures some of the proteins in the meat. It does 2 things. One of the things it does is it evens out the cooking time, so it makes it harder to overcook the breast when you're waiting for the thighs and the legs. But also what it does is it actually, the osmosis actually pulls some of the salt and sugar into the meat, which provides some additional flavor while preventing it from also drying out. Okay, our bird is in the brine. You can see that there's plenty of ice to keep it cool. Right now, I got to see what the temperature is outside. If it's not cold enough, if it's not below 40 degrees, we're going to put it in the fridge. But we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow. By the way, this is Tuesday. Thanksgiving is happening Thursday. This is how far in advance we're doing this. Welcome to Thanksgiving. We're going to put this out and let it brine for 8 to 12 hours. It is right now almost 9 o'clock, so we'll probably pull it out tomorrow morning when we finish our morning routine, and then we'll take it on to the next step, which is actually letting it sit out and let the skin dry out a little bit so it will get crispy when we put it in the oven. Back to the turkey. It is 11 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day. I'm hoping to get this turkey into the oven by 12. I pulled it out about an hour earlier so it can rise up a little bit in temperature, although it's not going to be in the danger zone. You can see how I've put it on a cookie sheet that's been lined with tin foil, and the chicken, or the turkey, because we've taken the backbone out and butterflied it, or basically cut the breastbone, it lies flat, which is nice for both conserving space in the oven, but also it will help the turkey cook more evenly. Before we pop it in the oven, though, I do want to do some stuff to the skin. This is just melted butter that we're going to brush on. And the only reason I'm using a brush rather than my hand is because the butter just came out of the microwave and it's very hot. Normally you could just massage this in. Make sure you get the breast areas, all exposed areas of the skin. This will ensure proper browning. All right, that was about half a stick of butter we put on there. The butter also, besides browning, will also give some flavor. One of the best matchings of poultry, whether it be chicken or turkey, is thyme. And this is fresh thyme that we've chopped, that we have in our garden. Thyme in this area is generally a perennial if it doesn't get too cold in the winter. So we do still have some nice thyme out here, even though the temperature's dropped to near freezing. So we're just going to put this on here, and then we'll massage that in. Not only will this help flavor the meat, but it'll make the house smell awesome. Make it smell like Thanksgiving. We've got some kosher salt we're going to rub in here too. And some black pepper. Fresh cracked. Now we're just going to rub this all in. Try to evenly distribute it. The butter's gotten a little more solid because the turkey's cold. Now notice too I would position the turkey. Not only is it flat, but we've moved these thighs up to basically cover up part of the breast, basically the narrowest part of the breast. This will help shield the breast and help it cook more evenly, and as well as expose the thigh and the leg bone, which need slightly more cooking than the breast does. The breast needs to be about 160 to 165. Thigh, you want to see it at 170 to 180. So these will cook a little more evenly. We're going to let this sit out for about an hour, and then we'll pop it into a 300-degree oven at noon. This is a handy device that no cook should be without. This is basically an instant read thermometer that can measure the temperature of what you're cooking inside the oven. The probe, in our case, goes into the deepest part of the breast, which is right here. Probably going to come in at this angle. We see it's measuring in the 40-degree area. We're going to set the temperature warning for 140. That'll let us know we're getting close, so we can start doing our other preparation, like potatoes, things of that nature. What happens is we sit this on the outside. There's an alarm that will go off when the probe hits the temperature you've set. And actually it says it's 35 now. And you'll get your turkey perfect every time. It is exactly noon. We're going to pop this turkey into a 300-degree oven and let her rip. So here's a turkey out of the oven, and you can see it's flat and it's brown and it's perfect. And so now I'm going to show you how we carve the turkey. And you may hear some noise in the background because we have a house full of people, but that's how it works. So we're going to first take the leg off. And if you've cooked your turkey properly, it'll come off pretty easily. Granted, and just so you know, we did cook this turkey to 165 internal. And that's the dark meat. This is the light meat that everyone seems to want. This is also the wing piece. We're going to cut that off. It is also technically dark meat. And usually you can just go right in at the joint. That will probably make for great turkey stock tomorrow. But now when you get to the breast, which seems to me what many people want. Stand by. Okay, so here we have the breast. This is a 14-pound turkey. We're going to cut down one side of the breast bone. Find it. There we go. And we're just going to peel this piece of turkey, this whole breast, right off. And we're going to, normally, frankly, the ribs would have come off as well. But we're going to take the ribs off so that we'll have, we'll try on this side instead. There you go. So peeling the whole breast off, the bone, totally boneless. And we'll lay this on the cutting table, cutting board. Move this off to the side for now. Now you've seen people cut turkey in slices like this. So nice about this particular version is we can just take the breast and just slice across like this. Nice, easy slices without having to fight with the breastbone, without having to fight with the wishbone. Get a little bit of skin with it in that for all that flavor, with the thyme we massaged into it, and the butter that was on it. And it looks very juicy, which is the most important piece, because I was watching a blog the other day where some professional cook was complaining about the fact that turkey is just eating cardboard. There's no way to properly cook it. I took offense to that. because I'm easy, I guess apparently easily offended. But anyway, so that's half the turkey breast. We'll do the other breast. We'll slice off the dark meat off the thigh and the drumstick, and then we are ready to eat. Enjoy your turkey.